Application software, also known as an application or an app, is the computer software designed to help me, the user, perform specific tasks. For example, it could be word processing application, it could be accounting software, it could be a graphics software, or an application to allow me to watch movies. Many applications often deal with similar file types, but there's not just one software application that I can use. For example, there are different media players to play music, and it depends on your user preference and also how much you're willing to spend as to which application you use. Let's take a look at some common applications. If I click on the Start button in the bottom left, I can see all of these applications are being presented to me, but if I click on All Programs, that's my entire list installed on this computer. Some of the applications are there at the top level, some are within folders. And in the Accessories folder is actually the folder that is supplied with Windows 7. And there's Notepad that we looked at in some of the earlier lessons. So let's load up Notepad. Now I could have actually got Notepad another way. I could have just clicked Start and I could have just typed Notepad. There we go, you can see it's just appeared at the top. And all of that sort of shortcuts are covered in the Windows 7 classes. A common setup for a lot of applications is to have menu bars in the top left. The File, Edit and View is a very common format. And then in the top right allows me to minimize the application. When you minimize it, you can see that actually it's just come down here into the taskbar. If I bring it back up, there we go, it's maximized it. I can make it fill the entire screen by clicking on the maximize. That maximize button has now been replaced by a restore button, if I can click on that. And then also I have the red X that actually allows me to close this application, and it will normally prompt me, do I want to save it? When I do close it, you'll see that the application will cease to exist in the task menu at the bottom. So when I close it, it doesn't exist anymore. What you can see is there are some items here, some software applications that actually reside here in the taskbar, and that's because these are common applications that I use regularly. So what I've done is I've chosen to always have them available here. Anyone with a little box around it is actually because the application is running. Let's, for example, I want to bring Notepad here into this taskbar. All I need to do is I need to find it. So let us type Notepad again. There we go, I found it up there. And if I just move my mouse and right click, I then have the option to pin it to the taskbar, and if you click that you will now see that it is permanently there in the taskbar. So you can have your applications either in that global list, or if there are common applications that you use, you can find it here in the taskbar. When I want to remove it, just right click and unpin this program from the taskbar. There we go, that was just a brief introduction into applications. You'll actually kind of explore them in far more detail in the Windows 7 classes.